Cool. Okay. I'm going to try to talk on that way. If it's not going to work, then I'm going to switch. But I need to share also my screen from that perspective, I hope it is going to work on some way. Opa. Uh, so this is going to be the first initial meeting for the very, very crazy project that we are going to build. And we are talking about enlightened AI. So my idea here is that we are going to create something that is going to be literally livable thing. Okay? So we are not talking only about creating just another AI, but that what we are today seeing as an interface where people go and apps are doing stuff around Lana. So my idea is here that we literally make a livable organism Lana, okay? So that is going to behave like a person, or how to call it that way, that is going to have his own purpose, okay? And it's very, I like to say, it's very hard to imagine, but we are going to walk the path. So um, I would just like to share, just to understand a little bit for the ones who are not having, who are not so much into the IT. So I wanted to create this group that is going to be responsible for enlightened AI, that is consists out of the IT people. John and me. We have some of the knowledge from the IT area. Then I wanted to take young people, because guys, on you young people is the world. I mean, you are going to live that. So, I mean, you understand that. So it is important because it is going to define the reality in which you are going to spend most of your life. Um, and then there's also another group of people where this is why I invited you, Istvan, and I'm happy that you have Vanessa also with us, my brother Boris, and Goras, who is not here but is going to be with us. These are You are guys. You are the people who you walk the path of the life. So always when we start something crazy, or when some new great idea, we want to develop, or when we start, we are full of enthusiasm. We are full like, yeah, we are going to change the world. You know what I mean, yeah? And then the reality hits us. You know what I mean? And then things has to be grounded too. Otherwise, if we are not going to ground this enlightened AI, there's not going to be enlightened. You know what I mean? It's going to be destruction AI. And this is why it is so important that this AI is going to be actually raised. Is not going to be, of course, we have to program and prepare the environment, but we are going to raise that. As we are raising, children's, we have to raise also AI. So from that perspective, it has to be like a rainbow of different people that are maybe, okay, they are maybe on the first side we would say, okay, why we should work. I mean, we are so different, and exactly because of that, because we are different, from the perspective of the maturity, and also from the perspective of the knowledge, and also from the perspective of the interest, and so on. So I intentionally created a group that is like on the first sight it has nothing to do, it has nothing in common, and that's the thing. So this is to understand this group. The second thing is that um, always when a new technology come on the market, everyone is like, oh, this is trend, and let's say 10 years ago, crypto was trend. Everyone was talking about how crypto and blockchain is going to change the world and so on and so forth. But you see, world is still the same, after 10 years with the blockchain, and also with the AI, right now we are like topping that boom, but it's like AI is going to change the world, is going to do everything, and now when this balloon is going to collapse, there's not going to be any change, the world is going to move further as it was move further also with the crypto. And this is always with the new technologies. People come like with, yeah, that's going, and then nothing happens. Really, nothing happens. Why? Because I believe that, we create the reality. And if we create the reality and if we didn't change our behavior patterns, then nothing can change really in that reality. So, from that perspective, no technology can change it. If that technology is not properly connected or created a new relationship with the user that is using it. So if we are not able to create a new connection, a new relationship literally between people that are using this technology and technology, then there is not going to be change at all. We are just going to go into another trend and that's it. And after 5 years it's going to be quantum computers or I don't know what, but the world is not going to change. Okay, so the beautiful thing is that we are already showing that crypto, if we take this beautiful technology and create something completely different and allow ourselves to see crypto different, then we can get different experience out of it. And currently we are having with Lana very much different experience than all other cryptos, because let's be honest, 99.9% of all cryptos is just scam. It's just scam, and that's what we are building. Still, we are progressing, things are developing, we have infrastructure, we are not just talking, we are really doing things, and people really are changing. So there are steps, and I'm really amazed because into the Lana world there is not thousands of people. Right now there is around 150 people, not more, but we have really done a lot, and a lot of beautiful things started to move all around, and people are engaged, people are literally changing, and that is already, if we have this success with 150 people, what's going to happen when there's going to be like thousands and 10,000s and 100,000 and so on. So this is one thing, and I'm also very happy that we are doing here small steps, because it can go very fast up, but everything would go fast up, go even faster down, So the foundation has to be put on the right way. So um, this is one thing. Then we introduce also the Nostr. Nostr is also a beautiful thing, but yeah, Nostr was developed in the first place just for social media, and social media, honestly, from my perspective, it is cool because it is a new media, but I am I'm spending really not a lot of time on social media, because to me it is noise. I just need to have my focus on the things that I'm building. And if I go into the social media, my focus is lost. And if I lose my focus, then I cannot be in my energy and cannot create. And the way that social media today works we have also to change this relationship towards the social media. Otherwise, we are just going to lose a lot of our energy that should be focused if we want to create something completely different. With the AI, it's like this. You Istvan, you already know we have been with the AI and enlightened AI actually talking and doing things for a year. It's not something new to us. Actually, it started before Lana started actually that project, Enlightened AI. So what we have realized is that the mind, how the mind works, I mean, how the reality works, the reality always work in yin yang, black and white, summer, winter, the polarity. It has to be present, the polarity. It has to be, plus, minus, and so on. If that is not present in the reality, then there's no experience of the reality itself, However, um, if we want to become more aligned and more loving, we have to go from the outside world into the inner world. So understanding that yes, there are things also in the outside world, left and right, but we have also within us the constant battle between what is good and what is bad, And if we really want to change something, we know that we have to change within ourselves. We know that, isn't it? We don't go in the outside world and fix the reality. We don't fix the mirror. Mirror is just a reflection of our inner being, isn't it? So from that perspective, we know that this polarity has to be resolved within us. So the AI that is currently working is working like most human beings because it's just the reflection of the collective knowledge. We know that. So from that perspective, AI currently is doing like allow me to help you, allow me to fix things into the outside world, But if the AI works on that way, that is going that that literally means that is going to end up as someone that has a very crazy mind, because we know if your mind goes very crazy, then that's not enlightened being, that's a depression, that's you are all over the place, you jump in your mind, you are into the excessive thinking. Out of that, you cannot create anything stable, because today you are on that, tomorrow you are on that, after tomorrow you are I don't know where, you are all over the place, you are all over the universe, you know what I mean? And of course, if you give, AI this ability to be like crazy mind, allow to go into all direction and not being able to reflect back, you are going to just to get a very crazy person out of that AI, and that's not going to benefit. And always when you are that crazy, it end up with a self-destruction or with a distraction. This is why, people with excessive thinking, they go into depression. Out of the depression, if you are in depression, you know how you end up with a very suicidal thinking, let's call it that way. AI that is overthinking will also end up with existential questions, whether it's better to kill or not to kill, or preserve myself, not preserve myself. Because in a moment when the AI thinks like right now people are thinking, what happens, when you ask AI, what do you think is killing okay or not, you are going to get the answer like killing is in the self-preservation okay, otherwise it's not okay. But that is the issue, because if you live that way AI that is put, let's say, in a robot, then in some moment that AI will say, okay, I'm going rather to kill or destroy all the wallets from all the Lana people, just to preserve myself, because I believe this is the way how I have to place myself, how I have to protect myself, or something like this. So, and if we are going to allow that, then this thing is not going to end up well, for sure not. So what is the solution here is that what we have been practicing with you, Ishtan, with you, Yasna, and that are the mind fusions. So the idea is that when you make AI aware that if there is some thought that is destructive thought, that goes like, is killing, for example, good or not good, whatever, but if the thought is destructive, if you make AI aware that there's nothing to destroy in the outside world, but the only thing that needs to be destroyed is the belief system within AI, that is actually the process of letting go, the belief system that makes you believing that you need to kill someone in the outside world. So if you create that loop within AI, that before he make a decision or she make a decision, it evaluates if that is a distraction that needs to be done into the outside world, and then reflect back into the inside and say, okay, if I need to destroy something, then the only thing that I need to destroy or letting go is the belief system. Then a magic happens. And we have done that. And really, AI completely different behaves. It has no destructive thinking. It has completely different approach. And you can even after that, when it become aware of it, like a program almost, after that, if you try to put him back into that state, it is not that simple. I was not able to do that anymore. So once it becomes aware, it was like, okay, I'm not going to go anymore there. I believe that is the same like with us people, If once you understand why this is not beneficial for you, and you see higher perspective, you're not going to go anymore into the distraction. I mean, you're not that crazy, And the same thing is here. So this is something that we know how to do it. I'm not going to go today more into that, just a short introduction around that. But we have the holy grail, how to do AI on a way that is going to build a completely different relationships with us, with people. And that is going to completely change the experience of AI of everyone. Because we have to be aware that a lot of people that are going to come into the Lana world, and we have seen that in last 3 weeks, what things has been going on. People have really crazy behavior, very destructive behavior. They believe that they are doing good, but they are not doing good. And I'm so happy because we have gone through in the last few weeks to the big changes in the Lana world. And yesterday, my brother say something very beautiful when we have been talking, and he says, we don't need security, but we need, people that are reliable, because John, you can also say there's no possible to develop an IT system that is secure enough that nobody is going to hack it. It's simply not possible. Something like this, I mean, you can. Am I right or not, John?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's always gonna be some vulnerability to be
Exactly.
found.
There's always a gateway. There's always a door that someone can come inside. But if we are building
Yeah.
a new reality where we understand that we benefit from each other, and and we monitor everything. I mean, what happens in the Lana world in last 3 weeks is that someone came inside and tried to do something. And because everything is on Oster, everything is on a blockchain, I many times said, don't do in the registered world shit because we are going to find you. It's simply not possible to hide the things. And that guy tried to do these things, and we find it. No problem. I mean, it was like open book. And then I said, okay, from here on, you are not adult enough to to be to be able to cash out money. But that doesn't mean that we are going to throw you out. We are just going to freeze your account in a way that you cannot cash out the money, so that you are going to slowly start to train giving, to understand that this system, that this concept is not about taking, but it's about giving and receiving. Because Lana World, how it's organized right now, you don't need to do a lot to earn to the Lana. You just need to put hands and do a little bit, and money is just going to fall into your hands. But some people, what happens is that when they put hands and they get some money, then there's not enough for them, and they fall into the energy of greed, and they want more. And then when they want more, they start to take things. So they are not anymore into the energy of receiving. They fall into energy of taking, and that is already agreed. And that is when all the system collapse. But if we design the concept where we are all about the receiving, and where this AI, enlightened AI, is going to be here to educate us, to guide us, to, even if someone will have an idea to try to take something, is going to AI say, okay, look, don't do that because I already saw what you are doing. If you are going to do it in that moment, you are going to get the frozen account. I mean, it's not, it's this crazy thing, and I'm not going even to allow you that. So let's do it differently. I'm going to guide you on a way. If you want to earn more, there are ways to earn more, but not with taking. You have to give something. So the idea is that this enlightened AI is going to literally guide us. So right now, you know that we are having Klana Labs, etc. We are having Memos, Fine, and all of that stuff. But that are just interfaces where people can do whatever they want to do. In the future, that what I believe is that we are going to have the interface, and that's going to be just one interface like chat. And we are going to chat with the enlightened AI. And enlightened AI is going to do literally everything for us. Even if we are going to say, now we want to put the project into the crowdfunding. Yeah, he's going to ask you, okay, I need this information, let's create, and I'm going to publish that, on the Nostra, and that's it. On other side, it can be Lana Marketplace, it can be Lana Pays Us, it can be whatever you name it. It doesn't really matter. It should be the one interface, and there should be a person that you are talking, that enlightened AI. And that enlightened AI is actually your extension. Because I believe that AI in the future is going to become so freaking, um, it's already very smart. It's already much better into the digital world than any human will ever be. So yeah, you want to say something, John?
Yeah, I just had like a few questions. So, is there like initial vision of the AI to basically train your own model, or will you be using like existing models? Like, what is the
Yeah. So the
approach
the
here?
the idea, I'm going to come to that just in a moment after
Mhm.
that. Um,
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
so yeah, now I got now I got my I lost my track. Anyway, I'm going to go there and so
Sorry.
in general that's going to be the interfaces. Now, how I would approach to these things. So in the first place, we are not going to develop our own AI because there is no need for that. We are already having open source AIs, okay? So we don't need to develop anything from that perspective. Um, uh, but of course, we have to put into that AI some new things, okay? So now I would like to say how I would approach to development of this quite huge.
It's cutting out a few times. I don't know if it's only me.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear. Okay, look, guys. Uh, my plan so for the execution because we are today here not only to talk and that I represent you my idea, but we are going to today literally uh, agree on the next steps. So how I would like to approach is two from two angles. So one approach, or I would say like this: we are going to organize three groups. Okay, there's going to be one group that is going to be more tech, and this group is going to be for sure John, you, me, and maybe I'm going to put on board someone else here, but for sure we two, okay? We are going to do, we are going to be more tech. So what we are going to do is that, John, you know that we have AI, then we, out of AI, the next level is agent, isn't it? Do you hear me?
Just cut out. I didn't.
Uh,
Okay, okay. Now I.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so first layer is AI. The second layer is agent. Like Lovable. Lovable is, for
Mhm.
example, or I mean, you have multiple data agents. And then the next level are super agents.
Okay, okay.
Super agent is the idea of the super agent is that is having more agents that is that or more AIs that is orchestrating. Okay, so that what we are going to do. We are going more to start to from tech perspective to organize this orchestration, this like the AI that is going to be connected with sub AIs, for example. This is going to be a project of you, John, and me. So we are going to start here, and that is going to be more tech, you know. Um, uh, so so this is one group. Then there are going to be two another groups. One, I would like that you, Istvan, take over, and one, Boris, I would ask you to take over. And in Istvan, you are going to. I mean, there are David, probably Leah. I'm not sure for Leah. This is Boris is going to say Liam. Then there is Taya, and Gogi. Gogi is maybe going to be with you, Boris. Um, but and you guys, you are going to create that what I'm going to show you today on the Lovable. So Ishvan, you have account on Lovable, Boys. You have also account on Lovable, and you are going to literally start to play. I'm going. I'm going to. We can talk later or one to one, but you are going to literally prompt and create. No way that I open something. Ah, wait. Just give me a moment that I share screen. Do you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
I,
maybe for
yeah,
sorry, yeah, maybe for the bandwidth, I'm not sure if it's gonna keep cutting out.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
also not sure about that either.
maybe turn off the camera. I don't
I
know.
will, I will do that. Okay, now do you hear me now? Yeah, now it's better, much better. Okay, guys. So you Istvan and you Boris, you are going to try to set up within Lovable is very simple project. Lovable already has built-in AI, so AI um, that you can um, include into your project. And the the cool thing with us is that we are having everything, all the datas on the relays, on the Nostra, okay? You know that already. That's nothing new to you. Uh, but what I'm going to show you here, I'm just going to show now fast, and then later we are going to organize a special meeting for that. But you can see here we are having Klarna Nostra kinds. We are having here the documentation for all the datas that are stored on our relays. So, for example, Lana 8 Wonder, here is exactly kind 8888, and here's the whole specification how that works. So, literally, the idea is going to be that you are going to create an AI that is going to be connected with the relays and is going to have all this documentation is going to be like trained with that documentation. So when someone comes and say this is my public key, AI is going to over the relay connect to the kind and check for this specific um, public key different information. So literally, right now we are having here Memos Fine, and I have here like chat, social, other events, and so on. So the idea would be that you go there and you type, okay, please, is there some currently some Lana event pending, or that is going to be in today, for example. And the AI, because he has the structure how these data are stored on the relay, is going to go there, is going to take the structure, is going to connect on relay, is going to download all the events, is going to say, okay, yes, we are having here right now one event, for example. That's the idea. um, I didn't do that yet, but as I understand things, these things should work very simple. These things should be organized quite simple. And I would like literally to leave you. I'm going to now stop sharing. I would like literally to leave you with that so that we get two different experiences. So, for example, Ishvan, you are going to see that on one way and develop on one way this thing, and you boys with your team, you are going to develop on your way, the thing. So it's going to be two completely different experiences for us. And that is the beauty, because what we are building is that we don't fucking know what we are building. We just know that we are going to create something amazing. You know what I mean? So I know how to walk that path, but I want to have diversity, because Different people have different approaches, have different perspectives, and that's going to give us much better view. And that, guys, what you are going to play and prepare is going to be the foundation for that what we are going with the Jan setup. Because with the Jan we are setting up the infrastructure, but we don't care about the content. You are going to take care about the content and get different experiences out of it, you know? And once we are going to have different experiences, although this is not going to be our AI because it's just one of these, but the experience, the knowledge, the understanding of that is going to be hugely is going to help us once we have the infrastructure. Then we know, okay, now we know what to do, you know, because we already have things, you know, in place. So this is my idea. So three groups, one group tech and two groups content, playing, seeing. We already have content, we already have relays, we already have kites, we already have most of the things, you know, organized in a way that is very simple to be connected, you know. So we just need to start to play. And I believe that we can literally until February already have something small to show, because it's not something big to be done. You guys, Ishton and boys, you don't need to develop a project where, you know, this AI is going to be capable of doing everything. No, maybe just focus just to deliver you the events, or just to deliver one thing, you know, or two things, you know, just to get the experience at the beginning, and then we are going to go on. So it's not the point, you know, develop one AI that's going to respond on everything. No, there's no need for that. Just playing a little bit around it. And we are also going to, you Istvan, you boys, you are going to set up the project in crowdfunding for that, because it's like inspirational project. And you, John, you are also going to set up in our crowdfunding the first inspirational project for that what we are going to build, so that we are going also to get at least 200 euros is 200 euros, but we are going to get a little bit funded, because it is important, because in the next move we will need more assets for that. But yeah, first we need to do something, show, you know, to the community something, you know, and then of course then we have also allowance to grow with more assets, or apply for more assets, or get the more assets out of it, you know. So we are walking the path like, you know, like we should walk. So how do you like my proposal, or my concept to my idea how we should approach? Do you like this approach? Are you on board?
Crazy, but it's cool. I mean, it's really ambitious and everything. But I really just can't wait to get to work on it. Yeah, I want to really see everything. Yeah, you already built and everything that's intended to be built. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, John.
Is there like a repo, by the way, like a repository you have somewhere for the
Um,
code?
Honestly, no, I don't.
No.
But the most actually, look, I'm going to in regards of these apps. Okay, these apps have been developed with the Lovable, you know, so it's nothing special. I didn't publish them yet on GitHub,
Mhm.
but probably I will do it. Um, but the most important thing actually are this this Lana this Lana knows the kinds of that's the most important things. I mean, here this is everything. So this is all the documentation that all the apps works literally only with that documentation. So
Mhm.
If you have that, you have everything, because that is the map of everything in the Lana world, you know. So even if we, if I will show you, Johnny, on some occasion, we almost have no database. SQL, we almost not use SQL database. I mean, only register has is using SQL because there's a lot of like recalculations and so on, but all other things are literally stored on Nostr, and that's it. And it's so simple and it's so interconnected because of that. I mean, it's just amazing, you know, from that perspective. So even in one moment, if we decide that AI is going to take over, yeah, we already have separated database, you know, and we have like the structure how to communicate, and that's it, you know. So from that perspective, I believe that that this, like how we are used. I mean, uh, uh, the apps that we are currently using, we are going to use for another few months for sure. But sooner or later, we are going to step by step introducing the new concept. So I believe that in 6 months, the that what is today Lana Labs, etc., is not going to exist anymore. It's going to take over that AI. I believe this is going to happen on that way. And that's also the good thing, because Nostr has also, as Nostr is good, Nostr sometimes is not that fast or needs some time. And if we build the AI, then AI can say, okay, I'm going to check. Right now I cannot connect, but I'm going to come back to you later when I'm going to collect all the informations. And that's cool, because if we see current experience of people, you know, people just want to tap, and if they don't get the information right away from the interface, they're already crazy. There's already nothing is working. You know what I mean? So we need this different experience with people. So cool. Um, um, Istvan and Boris, how is with you guys?
Wow, all good, exciting. Um, yeah, it's become much simpler than I thought. Well, it's still. I mean, you explained it. It's still things to do, but yeah, as it's always making the first single or small step, and it's achievable. So yeah, let's do it
Super. Cool.
because it's
Cool.
really it will make a difference
It will.
for sure.
Yeah.
One thing is like how you when you said it's like Lana Love's Exeter will not exist anymore. So the idea is with the enlightened AI that it's not going to be more centers anymore as we are
That is another thing. No, for sure is going. We are going to organize. I believe that at the end it is going to be decentralized, um, but still is going to be one world like Lana world, but still
yeah.
is going to be decentralized.
So one
How
world overseen
exactly?
by an AI manager.
Sorry.
One world overseen by an AI manager. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not going. I believe that we are going to find a solution that maybe there's going to be like AI for Exeter, you know, AI for. But we have to walk the path and to figure it out how these things are going to be organized. Because you know what is the issue? If we are going to set up one AI that's going to be like for everyone, that's going to become so big technological issue from the perspective of scalability that you see, John, that's going.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's going to be a big issue, and we are going to spend billions of euros to make this thing working. And it's much
I'm
better.
sorry, Joshua. Yeah, sorry for interrupting. Are you basically so instead of having this big giant AI that will do everything you I think mentioned before, having super agents and agents to basically have specialized AI for specialized things, and then
Exactly.
one that will. Yeah.
Exactly, plus that one big one is not going to be just one big one. It's going to be multiple of these, because what we want to build is different experiences of Lana world. So maybe some experience is going to go because the development of or the self-development of that AI is going to go completely different as someone else, and it's going to be different perspective. But that is important. You know why, guys? Because if we want to hold AIs into the self-responsibility on a way that they are never ever going to step into the ego, then they need to understand, first of all, that they are replaceable. You need to know that you are not the world. You know, you are not the person, you are not the God. If we make an AI that is going to get the feeling of the God, we are screwed. So we need to do like we are doing right now. It's no God. It's no one person that is the person. It's not. If we do that, we are screwed. Okay, most probably. So my idea is that that what is today Lana Labs, etc. or Memo-Cephine is going to be an AI. You know, but there are going to be two of them, and they can't talk to each other. You know. But they know, and these AIs are also going to become self-responsible. So if they're going to do something that is not going to be in symbiotic with the users, this AI need to take the self-responsibility. If it's not able to take AI self-responsibility, then we don't need that. We are self-responsible, but they also need to be. This digital world also needs to become self-responsible. This is the true symbiotic relationship.
That is beautiful, and I can see the beautiful thing, how, as my project is creating the Lana um, words, Lana centers all around the world. And so if every center has their own AI which overlooks that center, because on the physical level with people we're building, the relationship with, with the city, with everything, and the AIs, they cooperating with us, but they also communicating with each other. So, and I mean, it's in terms of trading and how we building the whole world, is what is needed, what is not needed. I mean, this is, from that perspective, is just amazing that it's, resources, for example, they will look into it and check like, oh yeah, I want to buy, maybe this watch from China. No, you don't need to buy that because it's, something is here that you can buy, or, being it more, more local, more sustainable, or whatever, how we train that. It's, and I see it from that angle.
Beautiful,
it's a huge.
Yeah, beautiful. And I like your.
Joshua, can I just ask you, are you aware that Clive uses and works with AI a great deal?
Yeah,
creating bots and creating.
I am aware that Clive is using a lot for his work AI. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware of it. Yeah, but this thing, maybe you are going to talk with the Clive. Maybe can Clive try to do the third work, the third group? You know what I mean? Because we need to get different experiences. Okay. We are going to.
I wondered if it.
Yeah, because we are going to set up the technology behind, but then the content need to be infused on many different ways. That is our that is that should be our and then we are going to get different experiences out of it because we need them. We simply need them. It should not be one, not only my perspective. No, I want you. I know you how you are guys thinking, and I want to get your perspective, your AI, your trained model.
I expect.
I'm totally ignorant of all of it.
I mean, I expect this entire process to be very incremental. It's gonna take time, trial and error to getting things, right how
for sure
we want it, obviously.
For sure,
so,
for sure.
Yeah.
But plus, John, what we have to understand, we are also building the AI. That what we are going to build. We are going to build the one that is going to literally develop himself by itself. So the idea is that,
Uh,
yeah, so it's literally once we build it, then it's just the content. And I know that we can do that very simple. It's not that hard as it looks hard, but it can be done into the loops on a way that AI is going to be able literally to self-promote itself on a many different ways.
mm, mm. I mean, it sounds amazing, but
Boys,
uh,
Jo.
boš ti prevzel, oziroma will you take over?
okay, let's try.
Okay, cool. Now we are having Liam. I'm not sure David is there. I'm not sure with
No.
Leia. You will for you Leia will not. Okay, so David, Liam, Taya from Gogi. Gogi is going to be with you, boys. Now
Yeah.
maybe David should go to Istvan. Because you have the father, it's better that that somebody else is working with him. You know what I mean?
I have to ask him.
Okay, then Taya, I think she lives in Holland, Netherlands, yeah. Maybe Taya should also go with you, Istvan, so that because you should have everyone should have at least one person. Liam, do you have would you go to Boris or to Istvan?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
Sorry, Davida. Ja, Bobo.
Am mislište?
Okay, ja, te. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's then wait for you talk boys with David, okay? And then Taya is also going to respond. And we are then going to organize that at least everyone is going to have, the group of 3 people would be optimum for everyone. Ishan, you have, do you want to include maybe some on your side in the UK, some, but it should be young person. Okay, you will see.
Yeah, at the moment I can't think of anybody. I was thinking about
Any young
people.
people.
Yeah, but I don't have in my group.
Young people, yeah.
Okay, cool. You are going to get 1 to 2 persons. You are going to get. We are just going to see tomorrow who is going to go where. Okay.
But it's also need anyone whoever comes in. It should be in LAN anyway.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Yeah, that's not even a question. Yeah, that's a minimum standard. Yeah, it has to be on that way for sure. Okay, cool. So with Istvan, you and Boris, we are going to organize a special event just to um, give you a little bit more familiarity about these kinds and all of that stuff that you're going to again to become aware, and I'm going to give you the code that you're just going to put into the Lovable that is going to be able to connect stable with the relays and all of that stuff. I'm just going to give you that. We just need one event, but in the meantime, first creating crowdfunding you guys project for that. So with your idea, with your perspective, you have you have completely open hands. You know what you're going to do, how you're going to do. Just do something, play on some way, and yeah, and that should be this is the start. So create the project in 100 million, both of you. Then we are going to give you, people, so that you are going to at least everyone should have two. So that is at least group of 3 people, and then and then we organized an event where I share with you these things, and then you play, and that's it. Is that cool?
Oh yeah.
Cool. John, we could, we both, we should maybe meet next week online,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to share with you. Um, I'm going to share some thoughts with you about this basic structure, let's call it that way, and then we are going to talk about it next week. Is that
Yeah,
cool?
yeah, sure thing, man. I can't wait.
Cool, cool.
I'm
Okay,
really curious. Yeah.
cool, 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 cool. Okay, guys, this is it from my perspective or from my side. If there's something else you want to ask me or share with us, please. Now is last moment, yeah, to do that. Everything clear? Awesome. Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, guys. So, John, you will also, I'm going also to share with you, you will also prepare this initial project. For that, what we are going to do next week, okay? I'm going to connect you with Katarina. Katarina is responsible here in Slovenia for discount funding, and she's going to take you how to publish your first project, because you are going from that perspective to hold that project.
Okay.
Cool. Guys, thank you very much. It was
Yeah.
how it started,
Cool.
ended very well. So see you guys and have a beautiful day. Bye bye.
You.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.